All right, we are live. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, some people show up. I hope. I hope. I know my friend's streaming, so unfortunately, she won't be here. I saw her tweet, so I know she's streaming. So that does kind of suck, but it's kind of a good thing. I kind of did something embarrassing last week, but hopefully, we'll get some people. Come chat with me, shoot the shit with me. I don't care. I don't want to be lonely. Hi, I have somebody watching. Hi. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Jessica Charms. It is a lovely pleasure to meet you. If you want to chat, it's a chat window. Um, I do have some weird drinks to drink tonight. Energy drink, bang. Another energy drink, bang. And a third energy drink, my favorite. The one that reminds me of Green Spot. I love this stuff. This was really good. I love this stuff. I can't get enough of it. That one's my favorite. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some people and we can chat. I hope. So far I had one person that just kind of like tuned in and immediately tuned off. So I'm not streaming games. I'm not good. Don't have it fixed up yet. On here, and I know that my stream connection is not the greatest. My internet connection blows. I do apologize for that, but hey, it's what I can do. So hopefully some people will come into the chat. I'm going to wait till like the 5-minute mark and I'm going to crack open one of these. Hopefully. Come on. Hopefully we'll get some people. I should just share it on my other one too. Copy that. Share it on my other. I'm going to share it on my other Twitter. Share it on my other Twitter. My other Twitter. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. See if I can't get someone to come and say hi. Talk in the chat. Let's see here. Okay, so hopefully we'll get somebody. I hope. I hope. I hope but I don't want to do this like alone and just be out here the entire night and do absolutely fuck all. But yeah, I will if I have to. I can just talk, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing anyway, because I don't always get people that want to talk, so that's what sucks. Okay. So basically, like I said, I have there. Oh, that's really cool. All right, I put it out there on Twitter, so hopefully someone will see it. Hi, I'm good, Allie. I am good. I mean, I'm actually a little happy. I'm a little giddy. I had a lot of sugar today because I got some jelly beans because Sunday's Easter, and always right after Easter, the jelly beans go for like 50% off, and I'm not gonna go shopping again till next Friday. And I really wanted to get some jelly beans, so I got like the last 4 bags of the ones that I really, really like, and I ate one of the whole bags today. So I'm like really hyper on sugar because I love jelly beans. I love jelly beans. They're my favorite. I really do. I do like jelly beans a lot. They are one of my favorite candies. I did get some Peeps this year too. It's weird. I didn't get any last year, but I had this year. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, past 5 minute mark. Okay. I said I was gonna crack open one of these at like 5 minutes. But yes. Yeah, I am doing good. Like the Weird Al song, I know the difference between doing good and doing well. And I am officially doing good. I'm not doing well. I'm not super duper rich. I'm not living in a mansion. I'm not doing well. I'm doing good. There's a difference. Ooh. Oh, now this tastes like Green Spot. Ooh. The citrus twist. See, my friend Zenny, she's been drinking a lot of energy drinks and she was reviewing them on her stream. And I had to admit, I got interested in Bang because of it. And she told me, sip them, don't gulp them, don't down them. And I got one, it was called Power Punch. I drank the whole thing one morning before I went to work and was like, yeah, I was just really good. Like the whole day. It didn't really do anything. I didn't feel like a burst of energy or anything. So it was like, didn't feel anything. But I've gotten some since. This is the first citrus twist one that I've gotten. This is damn good. I like this one. This reminds me of the old Green Spot orange soda. I love that stuff when I was a kid. Ooh, I love that stuff when I was a kid. I also got lemon drop sweet iced tea, which actually is not bad. I have had this before. It's not bad. And of course, my all-time favorite drink, 3D Galaxy Lime. I don't know why. I like that one. I got it one time just to try it, and I was like really good. So, what does anybody want to know? Like, anybody have any questions or anything, or should I just start talking about random stuff? Because I don't really have a game plan. I don't really have a game plan for this stuff. Because I kind of hope that people at least come on and talk for a little bit, chat me up, and I can answer questions and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I am an open book. I love answering questions. Unlike the teachers in school, I love answering questions. I really do. I don't have any games fixed up yet. On my laptop. I'm hoping to set up on my other one so I can stream and play some games, but I don't have it set up yet. It's one of those, I want to do it, but I have other things that I've been doing that really take like the whole bulk of my time, and it just gets annoying. But yeah, I am doing good. So there's been like a lot of stuff for the Mario movie that's been coming out. I should say that came out on Wednesday. Looked really. I'm not gonna lie. I was not huge on the Chris Pratt being Mario. I'm still not. Then again, I'm not a huge Chris Pratt fan. Sorry, I'm really not. To me, Chris Pratt has always been this annoying character, the discount Iron Man, if you will. Because I'm a huge Iron Man fan. Love Iron Man. So pissed Disney killed him. Disney did not need to go that route. I am so pissed that Disney killed him. I cannot even begin to tell you how mad I am about that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting up with Disney killing off my favorite Marvel character. And they gave Captain America a really good send-off. That pissed me off. But you have discount Iron Man, Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario. That just didn't do it for me. And I'm like, I really don't want to watch this movie. I'm not going to see it either. It can look beautiful, bright, colorful, vibrant. That's great. I'm all happy for it, but I'm not spending the money to go see it. Not in the least. I am not interested in seeing the Mario movie. I mean, I heard it's good. I will not lie. Jack Black as Bowser was the best choice they could have made. But you have Charlie Day as Luigi and Chris Pratt as Mario. Nope, I'm not. No, I am not. I am not down with that. I am. I'm not down with Chris Pratt as Mario. I have never been down with that. I know my other channel. I ranted about it. A cool water pump just kicked on. Uh, I ranted about it on my other channel, and I had like one person was like, "The movie's really good. You should give it a shot." I'm not going to spend the money to go to the theater and watch this and give. I mean, Illumination wants my money. I'll go buy Minion stuff. I'll go buy like little Minion figures. I bought the Minion movie. I've seen the Minions. I love the Minions. They will get my money for that. For Mario, not so much. I don't want to give them my money. But yeah. So there was that. I was watching. Oh, I loved it. So I did watch because I'm a huge fan of the CU podcast, or what was the CU podcast, with Pat Contri and Ian Ferguson. In fact, they were actually the ones that inspired me to start my own podcast back on my other channel. Until I had to end it last year, unfortunately. But they ended theirs recently too, so it was sort of a love loss. And the ironic part was they were always talking about the Intellivision. I was watching a lot of those videos, showed them to my mom. She got a kick out of some of it. Well, we were watching Pat and Ian's, I'm going to call it their victory lap. I don't care what they say. That was their victory lap. And we were watching that today. It's like a 2-hour-long video. They respond to a video that Tommy Tallarico had put out like in 2019, I think Pat said it was. And I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. You had Tommy Tallarico just blowing smoke up his own ass. Like, I am the greatest ever. And I'm gonna agree with Ian. He basically just read The Secret, that god awful book that makes you think you're a multimillionaire. And it's like, yeah, I can do everything in the world because I'm the best. You're not. You're not. You are not the best at this. And there's like an entire slew of people that are better than you, like in every way, shape, or form. But yeah, you think you're the best. But I just love. I loved watching that. Because Pat was saying about, I mean, you had like the video where Tommy's going, well, I wanted to bring Pat, like, he wanted Pat and Ian to come to his house. And I'm like, yeah. And then they'd be locked in the basement and they'd be found by the CSI team that would come investigating the place after they've been missing for like 3 or 4 years. And it'd be like, oh, yeah, this is where Pat and Ian were last seen, but not anymore. But yeah, I was watching that. I love that. That was one of my favorites. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, I can talk about like stuff that I want to do for my channel. Because one of the things that I do want to do, I do want to get into gaming. That is something that I am planning to do. I haven't done it yet. I have not gotten it started. Again, it's not for lack of trying. I do have a program that I can record the games. I just can't stream them. And in all honesty, I would rather save streaming for like talking to people, interacting with everybody, and stuff like that, rather than I'm going to stream a video game today. I'm going to stream the hell out of like insert game here. So I'm like, you know what? I could just record the video of me playing games, which is my plan. I just haven't gotten around to doing it because I don't know if I want to use Twitch Studio to record it. If I want to use, I mean, I could probably just use Twitch Studio, probably be better, and then just like compress the file and upload it. This is my plan. If I want to use OBS or if I want to use Streamlabs, I don't know which I want to do yet. All three are definitely in my wheelhouse of I'm still learning about them. I'm still understanding them. So it's not I've mastered it. I haven't mastered any of them. I did try streaming on Twitch like 3 times and it fails every time I start dropping frames. And again, if you're watching this and you're wondering why the quality sucks, my internet connection is not the world's greatest. And I have been adjusting stuff left, right, and sideways to try to stream on Twitch. I'm still working on adjusting the stuff. So I'm going to try to get to Twitch at some point. But worst case scenario, I might be living somewhere else by the time I do it. But Do I have anybody out there? I mean, my little viewer count here says 0. And I don't like it seeing 0. I hope somebody at least comes and talks with me. Yeah, I am still alive, so hopefully someone comes and talks with me. I mean, I would appreciate it. Hi. Hi, Levi. How you doing? Haven't really done much yet, but how you doing? I'm kind of glad I didn't start. I wanted to start like a little earlier, but I caught watching some stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I'm at this point. I am a blank canvas. Ask away. Ask me questions. Chat it up in the comments, and I will give you my thoughts. You're an AI. Well, it's nice talking to an AI. I never got to talk to an AI before. So this is my question: are you sentient? I actually want to try to ask that of Chat GPT, and see if it'll actually answer. No, because it's usually just hopefully somebody will talk or just ask a question. I mean, I could chat about anything. I just need like a starting point. I mean, I could literally think of 100 things, but it's whether or not it's going to be interesting to anybody. But yes, I do wish to chat. I mean, I'll give my thoughts. Just, I'll ask a question. You want to know something about me? I'm more than willing to answer. Um, I'm an open book. I am. I'm an open book. Believe it or not, I'm actually trans. I'm actually transgender. I am a guy underneath all this. I am looking to transition. I have an appointment later this month. So hopefully I will begin my process to becoming a woman. But for now, I'm not really seeking attention. I just want to talk. I'm bored. Let's just put it that way. I'm bored and there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do and I'm bored. I mean, I could go watch my friend's stream, but it's Friday. I usually try to talk with people on a Friday. I want to be nice, chat with some people, but you never know what happens. Sometimes some good stuff happens, sometimes some bad. I don't know. No, I don't. I have a microphone glass that is constantly moving. It will start to burn an object. You get to the point. You see, I have a microscope or magnifying glass. Yeah, I actually did. I loved Pizza Hut pizza. Well, yeah, it's true. Nothing's like the original. Sometimes remakes are better. Sometimes things need to be improved. Well, now to be fair, I make my own pizza on a Friday with my mom. So I actually have made homemade pizza, and I have eaten real pizza, and I have eaten Pizza Hut. But no, I don't get your. I get your point. It's a knockoff, cheap copy. First off, cheap my butt. Last Pizza Hut pizza I had was like $15, so cheap my butt. Cheap my butt. Last Pizza Hut pizza cost me like $15, and I didn't even get any extras with it. Like no breadsticks, no like bites or nothing. It was plain pizza. It cost me $15. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good either, but it wasn't bad. Unless you're just saying I'm a cheap copy of other things, but in which case that hurts a lot. All right, let's tweet that out and see if I might get some more people. I hope. Maybe. Well, I guess the AI bot's done talking to me, which sucks. I mean, okay, I could talk about a lot of things. Like the fact that I'm transgender, the fact that I want to be a woman, the fact that this is kind of the body I want to have. I could talk about all of that stuff, but it would just bore people. Well, that's good. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I know. A lot of the original stuff, I mean, technically nothing is original anymore. Everything is a knockoff of something else. Computers are a knockoff of a whole bunch of stuff. If you think about it, there's no original ideas anymore. Everything is a knockoff of something else. And it's true. I mean, you can't tell me that paintings that are being made right now are completely original because they're knockoffs of something else that somebody saw and thought, I could do something like that, but better. I mean, swords are the same. Spaceships all have like a genuine shape to them. I mean, I have a small Millennium Falcon that I got years ago, sadly from the Force Awakens, but still, it was part of the crappy Disney era. But it's basically a spaceship. Trading card games are all a knockoff of each other. It's just basically different rules. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's, like you have originality, but there's nothing original anymore in the world. Everything is a knockoff or a copy of something else. So there is that. There's an ebb and flow, basically. And that's what it is. That's good to everything said with respect. I do appreciate that. I really do. Okay, what would you like to talk about? What would you like to talk about? AI? Give me your worst. You want to know something about me? Do you want to know something about who I am? I mean, I'm not going to get too personal, but go ahead, chat away. Ask me anything. This can be like an AMA. Ask me anything. Because while you're thinking, I'm checking to see if I can get on my Discord. Okay, what do you have that is real? A body, conscience, mind? Person, while they're still a blank canvas, they are not as bare bones as a regular canvas, where canvas is square or circular or octagonal. A human body already has a shape to it. It's just either improving, making design changes, changing the background, the wallpaper, stuff like that. Yeah, I know I forgot my password. Okay. I knew there was something I was forgetting to do with that. I haven't logged into my Discord on my laptop yet. I've always just done it on my tablet, so that's kind of fun. I have not done that yet. Because I mean, you like I was saying that with the human body, because if you think about it, there are women that get breast implants, so they're changing up a part of their body. So this is their canvas. They're making it bigger, smaller, rounder, larger. With people that get tattoos, they're just adding like ink drawings to their body, so they're a canvas in a way. You have people that dye their hair, that get piercings, body modifications. So we are, in essence, similar to a canvas. We're similar to a painting, which is a unique aspect if you really think about it. And it's true. Come on, AI, is it the best you've got? I'm smarter than I look. Uh, See, this is what I mean by like I could talk about stuff, but I just never know what to talk about. If I come up with a topic, like let's say I want to talk about The Simpsons. Okay, my favorite episode of The Simpsons is season 14, episode 4, or episode 295 in chronological order, Large Marge, when Marge accidentally got breast implants. That's one of my favorite episodes because it's one of my favorite Marge centered episodes because she's one of my favorite characters. I could talk about anime. I love obscure anime like Ride Back, Eden of the East, Sea Control, um, Library Wars, Bakuman. I could talk about Super Sentai and Tokusatsu shows like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Gridman. I could talk about video games. I love like old school games. I played some Game Boy Advance games, some SNES games. I played PlayStation 2, GameCube, sorry, I think I said Game Boy Advance, also Nintendo DS. I could talk about movies. I love Ready Player One. It's one of my favorite movies. I could talk about television shows. Like I appreciate Futurama. I like cartoons like Steven Universe and things like that. It's just grasping one topic to spend an entire amount of time that I don't know how long I'm going to spend can get a little taxing. I used to do this with my other channel and I just didn't know what to talk about. I did rant videos where I just lost my shit over stuff. And then I did what I'd like to call simplistic videos where I just discussed things. It's a matter of picking something, picking and choosing a lane, knowing what I want and what I want to talk about. And I never exactly know. So, what would you like to talk about? That's why I kind of like leaving it up to the audience. Pick a topic, give me a topic, I'll give you my thoughts, and we go from there. Twitter every now and then, see if anybody like responded, but usually don't. I mean, I could talk about my plans for the future. I could talk about how my week went. I could just talk about random stuff in general. I never exactly have a set dialogue for this because I don't know how exactly I want to word it. Do I just want to talk about, insert random topic here? Do I want to talk about, hey, let me talk about this, let me talk about that, let me talk about this, let me talk about that? I don't know because I never know what to talk about. I could just sit out here and completely preach bang. I could preach video games. I don't know. That's kind of my thing, I guess. So I mean, I don't know. I could talk video games. I love old school stuff. Like one of my favorite old school games is Golden Sun. I love RPGs. So it's always a lot of fun. Hi, Sammy. Well, you didn't really miss anything. I've just been arguing with an AI, apparently. So, favorite video game that I've ever played was Golden Sun. I have played the original, Lost Age, and Dark Dawn. Would really love Camelot to get off their ass and make a fourth game to finish off the series, but they never will. My all-time favorite console, though, has to be, without a doubt, the Nintendo GameCube. I loved the GameCube. That was one of my favorites. I loved the design of it. I loved the aesthetic of it. It was just a cube. It was so cool. It was like a little mini computer. I had actually thought about getting just like an empty shell and kind of turning it into a makeshift emulator. The only downside with this is one, it's a pain in the ass. Two, finding an empty shell is is actually more surprisingly a problem than I've ever had. It's not that I can't do it, I just haven't been able to find one that I'm willing to afford. Because for some reason, when you type in Nintendo GameCube shell in eBay, you get a lot of weird answers. Or you get pieces, and I don't want to build like an entire puzzle. I mean, granted, okay, I would, but I don't want to spend a crap ton of money on it. Um, because what I'd like to do is just get sort of like a small form factor PC, sort of like a small Kamui or something like that computer. Literally just take the motherboard out of the damn thing, pop it into the GameCube, hook up all the stuff via the back, and boom, have a made-to-go console right there. Full emulation. I could flash Batocera onto the SSD, call it a day. That's what I would love to do. To be completely honest, that is what I would love to do. But yeah, my favorite game is Golden Sun. I have actually played other games though too. Like I love Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. It was actually the first and only ever game I pre-ordered. And that was way back for the PlayStation 2. I was one of three people, like two or three people that actually got it from my local GameStop. And it was weird. Because I'm like, nobody wanted the GameCube. Like nobody wanted, sorry, not the GameCube. Nobody wanted the PS2 version. They all wanted the PS3. I only had a PS2 at the time, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get the PS2 version. I was like one of either two or three that got it, and it was good. I enjoyed that game. I had to get rid of it when my PlayStation 2 died, but I loved that game. But I love games that allow like customization, role-playing games, action adventure games, stuff like that. Um, but I can pretty much give you like my favorite game for each console that I played. So I started with a Game Boy Advance. It was my first ever console. It was a handheld. Golden Sun for that, obviously the original and Lost Age. For the GameCube, my all-time favorite, honestly, my all-time favorite game was Gotcha Force, which was a lot of fun. But the very first game that I ever actually tried to play to completion, that I never actually completed it, was Super Mario Sunshine. I actually liked that game a lot. For the PlayStation 2, I had a few favorites. Shining Force EXA, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2, and Dot Hack Part 4 Quarantine. All ranked the top three of my favorites. But in all honesty, if I had to pick one that I really liked, what got me onto the PlayStation 2 was Guitar Hero 3, and I just loved playing the hell out of that game. There's a lot of fun games for the PS2. DS wise, I'm gonna have to say there's a few, but I loved the Custom Robo game for the DS. I loved it for the GameCube too, but the DS one was just a little better in my opinion. And obviously Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. But yeah. So how have you been, Sammy? You been fun? Having fun? So far, I'm almost down to the bottom of one of my energy drinks. So yay! But yeah, my favorite console was always the GameCube. I actually have a PlayStation shell, like the PS1, not the PSONE, the PS with a one. The If you've ever seen Hunter x Hunter, it's the one that they kind of use the design for the game system in that. I actually got a shell for the same idea that I want to do with the GameCube, but that one was really cheap. I got it. The person shot me an offer, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like the offer. It was only like $17. I'm like, I can swing that, and I'm like, I'll have it. Then that way, I at least have that. And worst case scenario, because again, with Windows and everything updating, if I'd ever get my hands on like a El Cheapo computer, like something that's bare bones and I can hook some stuff up and actually put my tech skills to the test, I want to try to Frankenstein a freaking game system, like a full-on emulator out of it. It's like, this is my emulator. This right here is my baby. I just love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love the GameCube. It was always my favorite. It was the first actual console that I got. The first game I got with it was The Incredibles because I had played the Xbox demo at Walmart half a dozen times. I loved the movie and was like, I want to get this. GameCube games that were a pain in the ass to find. I did love Tales of Symphonia though. That was one of my favorites for the GameCube. But honestly, I did love Super Mario Sunshine, but Gotcha Force just took me by surprise. I was like, this is a game that I just got at random for like $10 at GameStop. And I'm like, it was beautiful. I loved it. And this stuff tastes like Green Spot. It does. Oh boy, that tastes like Green Spot. I loved Green Spot as a kid. So, Sam, you have any questions you want to ask me? I am an open book. Ask away. Any questions at all? Because I know my friend's streaming, or I'd ask her to come. Yeah, but I'd have to buy an Xbox Series S. And unfortunately, my wallet and my purse is not that deep. It's kind of thin in comparison. I don't have that deep of a wallet. I wish I did. I wish I had a good wallet. But no, I'm not that rich. Even buying like a used one, because I know like the Xbox was basically just, honest to God, it was just like a Windows computer that they just shoved into a 3D printed console, and I loved it. I actually had an original Xbox that my friend gave me. Then when I was still working at my one retail job, my supervisor was like, "Hey, I'm looking for an Xbox. Hey, I have an Xbox I'm looking to get rid of." I told my friend I'm probably going to sell it if I can't figure something out to do with it. He goes, "That's fine." And I was going to sell it, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, here, I'll sell it to you." And she just up and made off with the damn thing. She's like, "Oh, I'll give you $100 for it then." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Then the next week, she literally puts in her 2 weeks, walks out the door, and never comes the fuck back. And I'm like, "Where's my money?" She's like, she just stole my console. Then she messaged me on Facebook. She's like, "I'm really sorry. I've been babysitting and blah, blah, blah. And I just need to know where to send the money." And I said, "I'll leave the window cracked open in my car. You know where I work. You know when I work. Stop up there. Drop off the money in the car. We don't have to see each other. You can go on your merry way." And she couldn't even do that. So I know she just stole this freaking system. I think she sold it for fucking drugs. I really do. I couldn't prove it, but I swear to God she did. But I couldn't prove it. I could not prove it. But that was one I had actually thought about, just because I did kind of like the Xbox design. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, this is bulky. It's big. It's cumbersome. And I'm like, ugh. That's why I had a PlayStation's a PS2 Slim. I didn't have the fat one. I had the slim one. I burned through 3 of those bastards. Like I burned them up. I burned them up. The first one died. Ironically, all 3 of them had the same issue. The spindle stopped spinning and the laser stopped responding. So I couldn't do anything with them anymore. The one I took back to GameStop. The second one I took back to GameStop and traded in. The third one I just sold on eBay. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. My games didn't want to play anymore. I'm done. I was like, I'm done. I did actually have God of War because my friend, when we went to tech school, he got tired of me talking about how great the Iron Man game was. I'm like, this is a great game. I think I downloaded. Oh yeah, I did. I did download that one for emulator. I did download that one for emulator. And I kept talking like, this is a really great game. You gotta try this game. And I'm telling him like the levels. I'm like, this is a really good level. And oh, this is like the only pain in the ass level there is. And he kept talking about God of War, and I'm just like, oh, God of War, I really don't know. So then finally he goes, all right, you try God of War, I'll try Iron Man. Okay, fair enough, because both of them were on sale. I got God of War, he got Iron Man. I went back, I went home, I played it. Now, I'm not much for blood and gore. I'm really not. And I'm playing this game, and I'm playing this game, and I'm playing this game, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I got up to the part where you have to go across the beams, and there's like saws that are gonna like that can drain your health really bad. That was where I just drew the line. And said, you know what? I'm done. I have played this enough. I'm gonna agree with him. It's a good game. Graphics are beautiful. It's like 5 gigabytes to download it from the one thing. I'm like, I'm never downloading this game, but it's a good game. I'm not going to deny it. It's a good game. But he's just, and he played Iron Man. He's like, I don't know what you liked about this game because it's challenging. It's fun. He goes, it's crap. Then he played it again. He goes, okay, it's not that bad, but it's not the world's greatest. I said, yeah, well, neither's God of War, but you don't see me complaining. The only game I ever hated for my PlayStation 2 was Zone of the Enders. I beat that. I shit you not. I beat that in one weekend. If it wouldn't have been for the fact that I stopped at like 9 o'clock on a Friday night because I was getting tired, I would have finished that thing in one night. It only cost me like 99 cents. And I'm like, no wonder this game was so damn cheap. And the sequel was like $20. Because the game sucked. I almost beat it in one night. I'm like, they charged full retail for this when it was new? What were they smoking? I could beat the thing in one night. Almost one night I could beat it. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I was like, I mean, there's only one game I have ever owned, one, that I was able to completely beat, 100% complete, mind you, in 2 hours flat. And that was Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files for the Game Boy Advance. That was it. I started that game at 7 p.m. Come 9 o'clock. I think it was like 9:05 because I did have to take like a little bathroom break. So it was like 9:05. I had it beat. 100% everything. Like, it was done. I was like, okay, time to sell this thing. I traded it in for another game because it was like, I beat it in 2 hours flat. There's no point in a game if it sucks. First off, if a game is good, and I want to stress this, if a game is good, it can stand on its own merit. You don't need people blowing smoke up its ass and saying, oh, this is the best game in the world. You're going to love this game. It's so beautiful and amazing and wonderful. It's so great. If the game is good, you don't have to blow smoke up its own ass. It can sell itself. If the game is crap and you're telling people this is a good game, you're going to love it, then the game sucks. And you know it sucks. But yeah, I mean, I have like an old desktop PC that I'm starting to make into an emulation. I have a laptop that I have emulators on. Like I said, I do have like the old desktop. My plan for that is to get better RAM for it. I'm gonna find a way to cool it down a little better because the internal fan sucks. But I do have a couple spare CPU fans that I can hook in there if I do it right. And I am actually planning on making that into like putting a whole. I don't know if I want to get like an SSD for it, which is probably what I'm gonna do, or just go with just keep using the hard disk drive. I don't know yet. I might just go for the SSD to be honest, and literally just flash Botacera or something onto that and go. Because it's a Lenovo ThinkCentre PC, and I just love the design of it. I think the design is amazing. I really do. I can't afford a PS5. I wish I was rich enough to afford a PS5. I have watched Tronix Fix repair so many of those at this point. I feel like I could do it in my sleep. Like, okay, I have watched like most of his videos. I bought 5 busted PS5s. I'm gonna fix them. I have watched him repair them so many times that I could do it in my sleep at this point. Do you know how expensive just even a busted PS5 is? They're through the roof. I'm like, holy crap. And don't get me wrong, I like the design of it. I think the design's cool. in a way. Granted, when I first saw the design, I instantly thought they ripped it off of Portal. I thought, okay, Gladys is going to be pissed because they ripped off Portal design, and she's going to be pissed off that somebody came into Aperture, took some of her shit, and she's just going to come after us with murderous revenge. The design's starting to grow on me, basically. But I'm just like, I don't want a PS5. I loved my PlayStation 2. I wish Sony would just finally, and I'm gonna say this, not the digital. If they want to do a digital one, fine. I'm all for the digital, but I would just love a solid one. You can just like buy it, download it, and have it onto the game system itself. I want to call it the PS Infinity. Every single PlayStation game ever made. So basically, the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS Vita, PlayStation Portable, PS4, and PS5 games, all openly available. You can download them right onto the hard drive. You can take out the hard drive and add in extra ones if you want to play, like, let's say you fill up a 1 terabyte drive. Hey, I have some games here that's only like maybe 250 terabytes or 250 gigabytes or something. Boom. Put in this other drive, problem solved. That's what I would love for Sony to finally do, is just get off their butt and do it. Because it's kind of annoying that they haven't yet. And I feel like that's something that they could definitely do, should get off the pot and smoke it and finally do it. Because it's annoying to me. It pisses me off. I want to be able to play like every single one. They want to come out with this, okay, here's the PlayStation Network. Here's like this service and this service. You can just play the games in the cloud. Fine. Play the games in the cloud. Create one system, one console. It can be mimicking like your old retro looks. Like, oh, hey, I want something like what the PS1 had. It's retro, but it's just a shell that allows me to play these kick-ass games that are like brand new. That are like 30 years past when this shell was originally used. All of it's cool. I would love that. I would love for Sony to just get off their butt and make that. I was so hoping that like Nintendo would have came out with the GameCube Mini, but they didn't, because unfortunately the PlayStation Classic killed a lot of interest, save for the Genesis one that came out. And I know my friend, if she were here, my friend would be ripping me a new one for that, but it's true. The PlayStation Classic, all that was a 3D printed shell with a Raspberry Pi that had an emulator on that you could just download from the internet. Hey, I'm going to download this game from the internet. Here we go. I'm just going to download this emulator. Let's say Botacera or something. I'll just use Botacera as an example. They just downloaded the emulator. Here's a whole bunch of games stored on the hard drive that boot into the emulator, and that's all it is. That is literally it. It was annoying. Yeah, and that's true, too. There aren't really any fun games. We're kind of at that dry spot. I know my friend's looking forward to, I think it was like Rush 96 or something. She had put up the trailer. Since they're doing like not the prequel. No, I guess it would be the prequel, or I cannot think. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I have to cut back on the energy drinks. The previous part, basically, they're doing the prologue. Sorry, the prologue. They're doing the prologue. It's like called Mile Zero. She put a thing up about it, and I was like, "This looks bitchin'. Like, this looks dope. I like the way this looks." I don't like. I wish that a lot of these games. I know there's like cross-platform and stuff like that. I wish that they would just finally get off the butt and get off the boat and finally just do this. This is what I want for a game. All three game companies just finally come together to make one game. Say, look, it's going to be on all three systems. It's compatible with all three systems, so you can play it with a Sony, with the PS5, with the Xbox, whatever we're limping to the barn with, and whatever Nintendo's coming out with. The Switch 2. Nintendo's coming out with the Switch 2, which boggles me because I thought the Switch was the last game console they were making. So that's impressive. But what they need to do is make a MMORPG that you can completely play on all three consoles. So, like, let's say I have a Nintendo Switch, and I want to play with my friend who has a Sony PS5. we can still play the same game. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want them to do. Finally just come fucking together. You know, video games have become a massive multi-million dollar organization. These things make more money than banks. These things print money on a daily basis with DLC, um, paid bonus content, so PVC and stuff like that. You're making a crap ton of money hand over fist with these games. The consoles, yes, okay, the consoles are going to cost you an arm and a leg, but if you do it right, sell one console the cheapest you can make it. If it craps out, they can just go buy another one, but all their stuff's still stored in the cloud. That's what it is. But yeah, no, I will agree. There aren't really anything fun right now, and that's the problem. I won't deny that. Because, like I said, this is kind of the dry area because we don't have the summer releases yet because it's still April, which sucks. Um, so you get like the spring releases that aren't always that great. And that's mostly because, hey, we have this game. We're not sure how to go with it. We're not sure what to do with it, but we have it. We're shooting for like a November release, try to get everybody to get it before Christmas, like right there on Black Friday. Hey, come out to your local Best Buy. Come out to your local Target. Hip check grandma there into the display of plushies so that you can get your hands on this greatest game ever made for the system that your grandkid probably doesn't even own. But come summertime, you don't ever really get the decent games that they're banking on. Like, if they would, honest to God, they usually release like the best games in Q4 so that they can make the most money right before the end of the year. They bankroll on like DLC and other content to basically float them throughout the year. Hey, I'm going to create a game and it's going to have DLC. The DLC is basically 100%. You're going to love this. It's DLC. It's perfect. Meanwhile, you're playing the game. You're like, oh, this sucks. Why did I just spend like $35 for DLC that does nothing to the game? It's a custom skin, or it's one weapon, or it's a map, or all three, and it cost me $35. That $35 is just basically floating the game company until November, when they drop the super game that they've been basically pitching you all year. When Scarlet and Violet were announced, the first thing that came out of my mouth, it said November 2022. First words that came out of my mouth. This game is going to be nothing more than Black Friday cannon fodder. Guess what it was? Black Friday cannon fodder. Because what they wanted was, here's the game. Here's what we got. This is what we're bringing out. You know what it is. That's it. While that's fun and understandable and doable, at the end of the day, it's still crap. You released Legends Arceus, which a lot of people were loving, by the way. And here's Scarlet and Violet that came out like, what, 6 months later? They released Arceus, what, May? Come November, here's Arceus. Or here's Scarlet and Violet, and piss off Arceus. What was the point of putting out Arceus then? To float Game Freak until November. That's all the point. I mean, I love games. I love video games with a passion. I really do, but I really wish these gaming companies would get off the pot. This is pathetic how they act sometimes. And honestly, it pisses me off. You could have the best ever system, the best games for it, the best controllers. Everybody loves it. The minute you start screwing the audience, the minute you start screwing over the customers, you're done. And they know it. It sucks, but it's true. It really does. Okay, that was my that was my tangent on video games. I think that was a pretty good tangent. I think that was a pretty good tangent. Um, I did pretty good for a tangent on video games out of nowhere, but yeah, it is pretty fun. I mean, plus, it is like one of the good things that I like with emulation. You can go back and play the old school games. You don't need the cartridges anymore, which are definitely good because a lot of them have issues where they won't load. The save batteries are completely corroded. You have to take the cartridge apart, replace the battery with the right one, and then put it back together. It's a pain in the ass. And I've watched videos on it because I'm like, hey, I still have a Nintendo DS. I still play Pokemon White on that Nintendo DS. I'm trying to find a way to pull my save file. I'm not even joking on this. To pull my save file off of that Nintendo DS and actually put it onto my computer so I can keep playing the game down the road. But I don't think I have to worry about the DS cartridge going bad because that one's pretty much to me they always seemed like an SD card. It just draws power from the console itself, which is actually kind of fun. But I swear, if all my Pokemon in there get lost, I will cry because I have a lot. I got the Toys R Us Manaphy. I got the oh god, what was it? Oh, I got the Toys R Us Manaphy. I got Reshiram, Zekrom. I have my Charizard from when I played Fire Red. I have a lot of my other Pokemon. I have the 3 dogs from Pokemon Coliseum. I have Umbreon and Espeon from Coliseum. I have a whole slew of Pokemon. They're all my favorites. They are just all in that cartridge. I have some that I traded my friend for. I have some that I got myself that I traded people internationally for when the global Wi-Fi was around for Nintendo, which I loved that. I hated trying to battle people, but I loved trading them. Like, I would spend Fridays just trading people in the afternoons. Like, okay, I have this. It's like I would just pick 6 random Pokemon, take them into that I want to get rid of and trade. Take them into the trade thing and see who has what to try to get something. I had one person that just wanted to show off what they had and they disconnected. They DC'd. There was one person that had something that I really, 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 really wanted. And they're like, I will trade for this. I'm like, oh, I only have one of those. And it was, granted, I could have caught another one. It was a pain in the ass to find it. I found the one that I liked. It was a decent level. It's like, oh, do I really want to go on a hunt for that? And I'm like, oh, I might be able to just trade for that because it wasn't that super rare. It was in both game cartridges, so I'm like, I'll just trade for it. I did that. I got the game. I got the one that I wanted. I ended up getting another one then that somebody else got rid of. I was like, good. I don't remember what the Pokemon was anymore, to be honest, but I just have like a crap ton of them in that. I have Victini. Actually, I have 2 Victinis. I got the Mewtwo that they released for the global download. I got some of them that you were able, if you hack, you can actually like hack into it yet. There is like a YouTube video that showed it. I don't know if they plugged that back hole yet. They probably did by now. But I was kind of pissed. I wanted to get Genesect. And I'm going through because it like the hack just like randomizes which one you can get. And I'm like, I really want to get Genesect. I really want to get Genesect. I could not get Genesect. And I'm like, well, why not? Here, apparently, it's only for Black 2 and White 2. I'm like, son of a bitch. I was pissed at that. Come on, anybody else have any questions? Anything at all? So far, I've been talking games, and I argued with an AI. It's been a fun hour. It's been a fun hour so far. I've argued with an AI. I've talked about games. I talked about how the human body is like a canvas. It is like paintings. So come on, ask away. Any question, I'm here to answer. If you have a question, ask away. think I'm starting to feel my energy drinks kick in. I'm actually trying to recreate an experiment I did last week, but yeah. So I'm actually thinking about just hooking up, getting my laptop emulator working. I mean, technically it does work, but I have to adjust settings and stuff like that. Recording it and just doing like gameplays. Occasional talking points like, hey, I want to talk about this week. Something sort of like akin to what my old channel or my other channel did that I'll probably go back doing. Maybe some reviews, but definitely I want to be like a gamer. I want to be a gamer girl. That's one of the things I'm definitely down for is being a gamer girl. The best content for me though, I don't really know. I like talking. I like giving my opinions. On my Web Designer 18 channel, I did an entire series where I just lost my shit at stuff. I called it Andrew Rants, and I just went off on it. I'm gonna do that yet for the other channel, but this channel I kind of want to make different. So one of the things I'm gonna do is like just play games. Because I really don't feel like there are a lot of female gamers out there, which honestly bothers me. I know my friend is one. She does Twitch. Zenny Sounds. She does. In fact, she's streaming right now. That's why she's not here. But she does Twitch. I know there's Pokemon. There's a few others that I know of, but I don't feel. I kind of feel like even for I may be transgender, so I might be a trans woman. Basically, I'm more than willing to play games and just entertain people. And that's what I like to do. Probably just like play old school games. I might actually just start off. I mean, I could definitely fix that up. I wouldn't be able to play because the only issue is I have to update it, and that's my main concern. But I could just do basically some word I'm looking for here. I gotta figure out what I'm thinking of. Oh, I could just do old school games like SNES, Game Boy Advance, stuff like that I know it can handle because they're like low graphics, like 16-bit graphics. I know that laptop can handle them no problem. If I want to do like 3D stuff, I'd have to hook up and fix up my other my desktop PC that I'm working on and kind of do it with that, but I haven't touched that thing in months, so there is that. The best content, though, for me, I'm definitely going to try to do gaming stuff. I do like streaming, though. Granted, quality sucks. I'm not going to argue that. But that's definitely something that's on my list to do because I kind of want to do like fun things. I kind of want this channel to be completely different from what my other channel is. And I'm still going to be working on that other channel, too. I do a podcast on that every Saturday. The worst podcast ever. that's what I'm calling it. Because my friend, when she had surgery, I was talking with her the Tuesday before she went home. And she said, oh, yeah, I was talking to her about the whole, yeah, I'm transgender. That blew your mind, huh? Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody ever thinks that. I mean, okay, so to be honest, you thought I was female the entire time, right? It blows people's mind because, like I was telling my friend, it's not like we go around with a giant blinking neon sign that says, I'm transgender. We blend in with society. We really do. But, yeah, so basically, what was it I'm thinking of? I was talking to her and I said, what would the comic book guy from The Simpsons call a podcast? And I was like, I just call it the worst podcast ever. And she's like, oh, well, I don't think that actually exists. She's like, I don't think that exists. I'm like, I guess it doesn't. Well, it's going to now because I have it. I just got to make a sign for it. I can put it up under the YouTube podcast things, but there is that. I might do a podcast on here. I don't know yet. That's an idea. Yeah, I got allergies and coughing. But yeah, definitely I want to do like games. That's my main idea. Like I have a whole bunch of SNES games, a whole bunch of Game Boy Advance games that I got emulator that I got the ROMs for. I would just love to play those. Just like back to the old school stuff. I loved playing games. I love playing games with a passion. It's just something I can do to relax. I can fix my table up, put my laptop down, hook my camera, hook my microphone up, and just play games to my heart's content. That's my plan. But I also have I'm really coughing now. But all right. Please no more coughing. That's like I got a scratchy throat. All right. No more coughing. Thank you. But yeah, so that is my plan. Because like I can just do all that. It's real simple and easy. Like hook up microphone, hook up camera, plop laptop down, grab my controller, and go to town. That's my plan. Okay, come on. No more coffee. No more dry throat. What the hell? I spent the whole day. I didn't cough once. Now all of a sudden I'm coughing like crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I want to be honest though, because you just now found out that I'm transgender. So you actually thought I was like full on woman, which first off, that's cool. That's actually what I'm going for. But yeah, I am transgender. I am hoping to transition. I have an appointment on the 17th to hopefully start. Sorry about that. To hopefully start hormone replacement therapy, which is actually my goal. These aren't real. These are breast forms that I wear. I am hoping to get implants this big, but these aren't real. Which is something because I okay, I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden, but yeah. I did put a picture up on like the transgender makeup group. There's one on Facebook, and I was like, "Yeah, this is basic me." And then one person was like, "I just can't get over those breasts," and I'm like, "Okay, they're breast forms." Like, "Oh, thank you, but they're forms." It's like, "You're kidding me!" No. But yeah, I mean, the other stuff though I want to do for this channel is like talking points, discussing things and stuff like that. It's not going to be like a massive channel. It's not going to have like weekly uploads or daily uploads. First off, I could do daily uploads. I'd have to upload them all at one time, have the file size really down to like as smallest I could get it, and I could do daily uploads. The downside, if you put something up every day, people will get bored of you. If you put something up once a week, people have something to look forward to. It's a give and take. For a little over 5 years, I did a podcast on my other channel, and I would upload it every week, never missed a week. Even when I had to work a Saturday night and I wasn't going to be able to record it, I recorded it that Thursday morning. Never missed a week. Never missed a week. I uploaded it every week. Didn't get a lot of views. I think the most I ever had on it was like 200. And that was, honest to God, I don't know how I got that many. Like the highest viewed video in a day that I had on my Web Designer 18 channel was 600 something, and that was on my rant on the Venture Brothers getting canceled. Because I just like flat out got pissed. Because I loved that show. And then Adult Swim just killed it. But yeah. Yeah. But that's my plan. So hopefully hopefully I'll start that maybe within the week. Because I can play the games on like a Sunday morning, or depending on what my work schedule is, because I don't get my schedule until Friday morning. That's when I can access it, which sucks, but that's what it is. So I don't know my schedule until Friday morning, what it's going to be for the next week. I have Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. Those 3 days I have off. Fridays I do grocery shopping. Saturdays I usually try to get some extra stuff done, either videos or just to de-stress if I can. And Sundays are either A, de-stress day, B, a either just like a de-stress day or get caught up on stuff or like post stuff up for eBay and stuff like that. So it depends on, because sometimes I might do that on a Saturday, I might do it on a Sunday, I don't know. Yeah. But so I can definitely record the videos. It's just because the way I was going to record it, the only program I have that I know will record it well would be Twitch Studio, because that's what I have on my laptop, my personal laptop here. To put Twitch Studio onto the other laptop, I'd have to put it on, have it download everything, which is a pain in the ass, and then go through, set up all of its BS, log into my account again, which is annoying upon itself. And that way I'm at least guaranteed that I can see how it's recording as it's recording. I tried doing OBS for my other channel. I was going to do like an entire Pokemon thing, and I had to scrap that because it would not work. It would not work at all. And I was really upset about it. I'm like, I really wanted this to work. I really, 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 really wanted it to work, and it wouldn't work. I was like, oh, God. It pissed me off. But I still have fun doing it. I'm going to screw around with it a little bit. But yeah, that is my plan, is to do games. Yeah, but I don't want to be male. See, that's just it. I was born male. I have lived male for 33 years, and I don't want to be a guy anymore. I want to be a woman. I am more comfortable like this. I am way more comfortable like this than I have ever been in the 33 years I was a guy. I am way more comfortable like this. I am comfortable having large breasts. I am comfortable dressing in skirts and bras and like nice loose tops. This is who I want to be. When I go through my transition, I'm not turning back at all. In fact, I'm planning to get gender reassignment surgery, so that'd be bottom surgery. I'm not going back to being a guy. I want to be a girl. I only get to be like this, where I get to wear my breast forms, and I actually do have a wig on because my hair's still growing yet. But I only get to be like this 3 days a week. That's it. Just 3 for now. Because only a few people at work know I'm transgender. They know my plans. But I can't exactly dress like this at work because they'll get a little bit pissed off. But I don't want to detransition. I'm not planning to. When I go on this, provided nothing can stop me, I'm not looking back. I have spent 33 years as a guy. I went through all that. Yeah, that's true. Medically, I could. I don't want to, though. Because like I said, because for me, I never really felt right as a guy. Yes, I still like women. I want to stress that. I am not gay in any way, shape, or form. I am not fully into guys. I like girls. Sorry, I like girls. I'm trying to think of a good way to word this. When I was in school, I was more comfortable talking to my female classmates. I have some male friends. I won't lie about that. I had some classmates that I talked with that were male. And my best friend in high school, his name is actually Andrew. I'm not even joking about that. It really was. He and I were friends. In fact, he's still my best friend. I have a best friend named Sean, so I have two really good friends, both of whom are 100% accepting of this, which is really great. But I felt more comfortable dressing like this. If I would come home and from school and nobody was around for like a couple hours, I would take like balls or just roll up 2 sheets, stuff them into a bra. I would like borrow one of my mom's bras, put 2 sheets into them, pretend I had boobs, and literally just walk around the house like that. I'm much more comfortable like this. When I was a junior in high school, I tried taking weight training to try to. That for me was my last. Like, look, I think to myself, look, if I get into this if I'm really good at this, then I'm a guy. 100%. I was not the type of person like, oh, he's got a cute butt. No. Mm-mm. I'm still not. I will look at, I will, honest to God, I will look at a woman and I will go, okay, that's a cute top she's wearing. Well, she looks really cute. I do not look at guys and think, oh, wow, he's got a cute butt. No. Uh-uh. But when I was in high school in 11th grade, so I was a junior, I'm like, I'm going to try weight training. Because I'm like, this is my last ditch effort. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if this doesn't work, if this doesn't pan out in any way, shape, or form, if I do this and I look at myself in the mirror, like if I get like a bit more muscular and I look at myself in the mirror and I go, okay, this looks fine, then I'm going to stick with this. They had mirrors in the gym because there's a little weight room we had to go to. And I go in there and I'm looking at myself the one day in class in the mirror. And I'm just like, nope. I literally looked at myself and I'm like, I don't see it. Like I was muscular. In fact, I still have freakish strength. That's the one thing I'm kind of hoping to keep. Uh, in a way, I kind of am. But yeah, I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I am not. No, there is no way, shape, or form that I am a guy. I was not comfortable with it at all, and that festered in my head for years. When I went to tech school, I would look up. I was looking up like, hey, could I, do this or that? Um, I actually did some days, like go to my local Kmart, my local Walmart, and I would buy like small little items that I would wear around my room at night. And I'm like, this is more comfortable for me. Like, I would love to go to sleep a female and wake up female. Like 100%. Like, I know for a fact I do not have, um, I'm gonna say it. May the YouTube gods forgive me. I would really not like to not have my penis between my legs. But yeah. And when I graduated from tech school, I'm like, I really am not happy about this. I'm really not happy about this. I still don't like it. I'm still not happy about it. I turned 22. It would have been 2000, I want to say 2012. Yeah, because 11 years. So 2012, I turned 22. Pretty much the whole year I was 21. I'm like, I'm just looking at this like I really did not like my body. I'm like, I'm not happy with this. I got back into cross dressing. I bought like secondhand a lot of items. I was finding eBay in 2012. I'm like, I'm really gonna start like finding some stuff. I was really happy, really content, and I'm like, this is great. When I was 22, I pretty much knew I was transgender. Right then and there, I knew it. I couldn't come out as trans because there was too many issues with my living arrangements. Um, Both my grandparents were still alive. My one uncle was still alive, and all three of them would have had a massive fit about it. My grandparents, especially, they were of the old school generation, and my uncle was basically, you need to 100% do what I say you need to do. And I'm like, I knew it would have never worked out. And then if I would have came out, they would have just went after my mom for it, said this is all your fault, blamed her for it. And I'm like, I don't need that. She didn't need that. She just lost her job the year before. She had just lost her job. She was really upset. I wasn't employed, and it's just like, we did not need that. I did not need them coming after her. So I let it fester for 11 years. I'm 33. I'll be 34 in August. And I'm like, last October, like the end of October, I just came out and I said, that's it. I said, that is it. I was talking with my friend. She's the one that really helped pull me out of my shell. Like, I was literally in my shell. And I was talking with her because I was curious about getting a boob job. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could just get like small boobs, just like small implants, just something to give me some semblance of femininity. And I was talking with her, and she told me about her story, which I actually printed it out and I actually read it every now and then, which is really cool. I actually have it bookmarked on my tablet. I have the link saved in my notes, and I have it printed out. So I've been reading it constantly. And I was asking her because she's trans. And I was like, so how did you like? How did you come out? Like, how's your transition been? And when she was telling me that she did informed consent, because for years I thought I'd have to go see a therapist. The therapist was going to tell me, this isn't for you. This isn't right. You're wrong. This is wrong. You should not do this, and try to talk me out of it. And it's like, you're, as she said, informed consent. I'm just like, what? And I looked it up and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I can finally come out. I can finally come out. It's like, I told my friends, they have been nothing but supportive. I have told 4 of my coworkers, they have been supportive. My mom's starting to come around. My one aunt's supportive. I'm just like, I'm done. I am done being a guy. I am tired of being seen as somebody that can bench press a bus, that children run away from at the store. Like, if they see me coming down an aisle, the children run. They hide behind their parents' legs. It bothers me. You have no idea how much that bothers me. Like, I can literally be the nicest person in the world, like 100% the kindest individual you'd ever meet. My outward appearance just made me look like a monster. And I was like, I'm done. I I am tired of looking like a chiseled, horrible person that people seem to be afraid of. As Jessica, I am sweet. I am kind. I have not had one person run away from me. They would run in fear of my male self. I present as Jessica, nothing. I blend in with society so well it isn't funny. And I would not be doing this if it was not for my friend, being really supportive, telling me about what she did. And I was just like, you know what? That's it. Like that. I'm like, that is it. I am done living as a guy. So 33 years, I'm never going back to being a male. I am never going back to being a male. When my transition starts, it is full bore Jessica. I am done. I am done living as a guy. Not happening anymore. I want breasts. I want a vagina. I want to be a woman. That is who I want to be. I'm done hiding. I'm done hiding. That's how I felt about it. I'm done hiding. But yeah, it's like I was telling my friend though. It's not like every single transgender person goes around with a giant sign around them that says, I'm transgender. I have a name tag I have to wear at work. It doesn't say, hi, I'm transgender. My name is. No. Apparently, I can get them to put my pronouns on if I'd want, but as I'm kind of hoping I can find something better and to leave that hellhole, I don't really care. But yes, I'm planning to return to the gender that I want to be, not to the one that I am. I'm not planning to detransition at all. And in all honesty, if they ever tell me I have to, like if it all of a sudden becomes every single transgender individual has to detransition, they have to go back to being whatever they were at birth, forget it. I will find an island and live on an island. I will wear a coconut bra if I have to. I am not in any way, shape, or form detransitioning. When I start my transition, I am done living as a guy. At that point, I am done living as a guy. 100%. Believe it or not, that's actually how my friend was too when I told her that. So you're fine with that. No comment. Trust me, it's fine. I mean, I put out a thing on my other channel about what my plans are. Like, I'm planning to get breast implants. That is on my list. Like, I want 6,000 cc breast implants. That is my goal. So basically, I want this bust size, but attached to me. Not where I can pull this off at night, put it in a box. I want them on me permanently. So yeah, don't worry. I am used to the no comment. Trust me. Any other questions? Any other things? We've been at this for almost an hour and a half. I know, because the timer up here says an hour and a half. This is like an hour and 26 minutes so far. Anybody questions, comments, concerns? Anybody want to drag the AI bot back in here and I'll go to town on that again? Still got one more drink left. I'm not going to pay for this later. But yeah. Because, I mean, I liked how when I put out my video about my plans for transitioning, and I had a comment that was like, were you diagnosed with gender dysphoria? No. I have not seen a therapist. I have not talked with the doctor. I have an appointment on the 17th to hopefully start hormone replacement therapy. Hopefully. Because this is who I want to be. I am way more happy like this. I am more upbeat. I am more calm. I am more relaxed. I actually noticed this a few weeks ago because somebody cut me off. Like, I go to the store like this on a Friday. I go shopping like this. And it was a couple weeks ago, somebody cut me off. Like, literally, I'm driving. There's 2 lanes to get into the store. There's one lane, they both go in, and one goes to the right and one goes to the left. So we're both going in, and this person decides to just cut me off. Like, they almost nailed me. And I'm like, they weren't paying attention. I'm like, son of a... Now, my male self, I would have followed them into the Walmart parking lot. I would have pulled in right behind them and just started laying in a sea of swear words and bitching them out like crazy. I let it go. I just turned to the right. Sorry, I went to the left. They went to the right. I just went to the left and went to the Dollar Tree. Like, you know what? I don't care. Turned left, went to the Dollar Tree. Wouldn't have done that as my male self. I would have been in that parking lot, bitching them out with a blue streak. Female me, I let it go. So I am a lot calmer. I am a lot happier like this. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, all right, my ideal life, and I'm not gonna lie about this, aside from wanting my breast implants and having a body like this, because this is my goal. This is what I want to be. I love being like this. I would not mind having somebody to sleep next to me at night. I do like someone, but I know she'll never like me because she's asexual. So I know for a fact she'll never like me. But I would not mind having somebody to lay next to at night, to see their face when I close my eyes, to know that they're there, to wake up to the next morning, to have somebody to watch movies with, to play games with, to talk with. I hate being alone. I really do. I don't mind like some alone time every now and then, but I hate being alone. Like, okay, like let's say, because like the last 2 Sundays I've had alone time because I live with my mom, and she went to a friend's place the last 2 Sundays. That's fine. I had some alone time. I don't mind alone time. I don't want it permanently. I had alone when my grandfather was in the hospital. I had a shit ton of alone time because my mom was in there with him. I didn't go in because I had to go to work the one day, then I called off the next day because I'm like, there's no way. Because I had a feeling he was not going to make it through the night, and he didn't. He died that next morning. I just, part of me just knew he wasn't going to make it. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Plus, I didn't know if I was going to have the car because it was getting inspected. I was like, screw it. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to call off. Just to play it safe, I'm just going to call off. And I did. I'm like, they weren't upset about it. I explained the situation. They weren't that upset about it. They said, no, that's fine. But I had alone time pretty much from that Tuesday night straight through to that Friday morning. It was like 10:30 in the morning. My mom came back home then after my grandfather died. She had to drag my aunt along with her. The only time I wasn't alone was when my mom came home because the nurse in there said, you should go home, change, and then come back. He's not going. Trust me. He's not going yet. Go home, change, get something to eat, and then come back. Because they kind of they knew my mom was concerned. And she did. She quickly came home because she's like, I'll run you down quick. I'll help you run the car down. I'm like, I already took it down. I walked home. To be fair, the garage we went to is not up the street. We've been going to the one that's right at the corner. This one was like 2 miles away, like 2-3 miles away. I actually walked home. I walked up the busy roadway like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, I shouldn't have done that. The next day I'm calling my friend. I'm like, hey, I gotta go hey, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm at home. I'm like, damn, I want to get the car. Like, my car is done. Oh, I wish I could help. So I walked back down because in that night I got myself a pizza. I'm like, you know what? I'm ordering pizza from up the street. Because there's a restaurant up the street. I'm like, I'm just going to order pizza. That's going to be my reward for walking home the night before and walking back down the next day. Like, I'm going to order myself a pizza. And I did. I ordered myself a pizza. But yeah, I had alone time pretty much from that Tuesday night straight through to that Friday morning when my mom came home. I was alone. I hate being alone. It's nice for like short periods. Like, okay, let's say I did have somebody. Let's say I had a girlfriend. And I would say, hey, I need some alone time tonight. Like, I like, look, you and I have been together every single night. I'd like some alone time tonight. I just want to like decompress, sit back, relax, take a bath or something. Like, put in some bubble bath, light some candles, and just take a nice relaxing me bath. Here's $20. Go to a movie, go to a bar. I don't care. I just want some alone time. That is fine because it's a short amount of time. Stretch that out to I'm living by myself. No, I couldn't do that. There's no way. Oh, that's definitely tea. Well, anybody have any other questions, or should we just call this a night? I mean, I don't mind answering questions. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind answering questions at all. Yeah, I mean, okay. So this is my entire thought process when it comes to children that are transgender and want to change. Yes, I am never going to deny that those are the ones that definitely need, like, hey, go see a therapist, really make sure that this is what you want. I feel like if you're over 18, like if you're 18 or older, you want to change your gender, go for it. If you're under 18, if you're like 13, you're like, I don't want to be a guy. Let's go have a nice talk with this person on their couch. Really get to the bottom of this. If you're over 18, go for it. You're an adult. At least in the US, you're an adult. Go for it. Go for it. That's my thought. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised about it too, but I've always been a person that's like, look, whatever makes them happy, let them do it. If they, that's my entire thing. Because, and I do stand with this, with a lot of the transgender individuals. You have the people that are like, if they ban care for, let's say, transgender youths, you're going to see a rise in possible suicides because they're not going to be able to be themselves. I will agree with that. At the same time, though, if they're transgender and they want to change, that's fine. Just double and triple check this before you dive headfirst into it. It's a huge decision. If you're somebody that's like, let's say you're 18 and you decide, hey, I want to do this, fine. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want when you're 18. If you're somebody like me that is known for 11 years that you want to be a woman, there should not be anything to stop you. That is my stance on it. Well, like I said, any other questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, anything you want to ask me? Ask away now, otherwise, or forever hold your peace. Or until I do another video. Sorry if I upset you, since you seem to be retracting all your messages. Like I said, sorry if I upset you, but that is my thought process on it. That is my thought on it. But yeah, like I said, any other questions, thoughts, comments, concerns? Anything you want to ask me? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Or like I said, until I do another video. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to cut it off here then. It's been a fun hour and a half doing this. Until next time, everybody, thank you so much. You can also check me out over on Twitter at charms_Jessica. I am over there pretty much every day. Yeah. I also have a Discord, but you can find that over there too. Like all my stuff. I have a Patreon, Ko-fi, Discord. I do have ManyVids. I do have a ManyVids channel. But yeah. Until next time, everybody, I will see you later. Bye.